I'm gonna tell you a quick story about the journey that we have to take in Innophos to have Asset Intellect and by server as our standard when it comes to reporting and operational reporting databases. Okay, so quick thing description of myself. I'm a chemical engineer, graduated long ago. All right. I basically specialize in the process control in Delta V, Fox variety series, and also PLCs. And I work for a company, well, I work for Innophos. All right. So sometime it will appear here. Anyway, have you heard about Innophos? No? Well, do you use a lot of products daily in your life? If you brush your teeth this morning, well, you use dicalcium phosphate that came from Innophos. Innophos is a chemical company, all right? So Innophos is a chemical company. We make ingredients, all right, for finished products, Colgate, Procter & Gamble, Kraft, Nestle, they're our customers, all right? So this company started more than 100 years ago. It has had some different names, Victor Chemical, Stauffer, Rhodia, Rompalang, etc. So today we are Innophos. So this is our portfolio of products, all right? So we make basically phosphate salts that we use on our daily basis. For example, next time you drink a Coca-Cola, the acidic flavor, what is phosphoric acid coming from Innophos? All right, next time you have a fried potato from McDonald's, well, they have some sodium acid pyrophosphate that prevent the darkening of the potato. So despite we are a small company, our products are used on a very daily basis by everybody, basically. All right, so 56% of our products goes to the food, health, and nutrition. 35% goes to industrial specialties, okay? Locations, well, we're located basically in North America, all right? So we have plants in Canada, in Ontario. We have some plants in the US as well. And our large facility is located in Mexico. We also have some small production sites in China as well. Okay, so we're a kind of small company, 1,400 employees around. Okay, our corporate is in the beautiful area of New Jersey, Cranberry. Nice area, by the way. Some of our products, all right, the powder baking, they have some sodium acid pyrophosphate as a leavening agent. So we have a lot of products here and there that everybody uses on a daily basis. All right, so let me begin with the story. Okay, our company, we have a lot of homemade software to create reports and to create calculations coming from the field, from the data field, all right? So we basically use Excel, we use Word, we use Access, and every single plant is like a different country, all right? So they use their own homemade software for reporting. The other side uses their own tailor-made reporting systems, all right? So we have everything all around the place. I particularly work for the Geismar plant, Geismar, Louisiana, very close here, 5 hours driving, okay? So we face a lot of problems when it comes to reporting. Why? Because every single day we create a new spreadsheet to report something. It's a human tendency to create a report, to generate information. It's natural and it's normal, all right? So but it became a problem, all right? And I'll show you in a few moments why it became a real-time problem. All right, so, but going back to the current journey, it began fairly 3 years ago, all right? When I sit down first time with David Soul, all right, and said, okay, David, I have a big-time problem at the plant, all right? I need to generate a system that help us standardize our reporting system, all right? To standardize the way that I collect information, data entry, into something more reliable and easy to use. So it began in 2019, all right? On 2021, we began doing some site surveys. So Omicron learned, okay, Carlos, good. I think we think that we have the perfect solution for you, but we need to sit down and realize what we are talking about here. Then, after I present the results of the survey to our top management, the very first question, okay, and how much? How much, buddy? What will be my return of investment? Oops. Will I generate 1 additional pound of phosphoric acid with this? Well, no. Okay, so how can you ask me for money if I'm not getting anything in return? Say, damn it. So I sit down with my Omicron friends and say, hey guys, we got a big time problem. I cannot prove how that will become profitable, convenient for the company. All right, let's make a pilot, a proof of concept. Let's generate some applications for specific tasks so you can prove your top management what will be the result. Okay, so 2021, we have a proof of concept, okay? The result of the proof of concept, it was so good that the plant manager in Geismar asked me, Carlos, I want this now. No, not now, yesterday. I want it now, buddy. Okay, so I took the message to his boss, okay, this guy wants the money. Okay, so that's good. So they showed us the money. After they show us the money, then we began the real journey. All right, so we began centralizing our current Pi server system that was formerly located in Geismar to a data center in New Jersey. And now we are in the phase of the deployment. All right, so that was give or take 3 years going back and forth. Finally, the company said, okay, here's the money, let's go for it, buddy. Okay. So what it was absolutely required, this project. This is, I don't know how to name it. This is the Access database that today we still use in Geismar. All right. This Access database was created, believe it or not, 20 years ago by one of our former plant operators that he had some skills in Access. This guy retired like 5 years ago, and nobody knows how exactly it works. So every now and then it crashes, and everybody says, what is it? Problem is we use this database for traffic, for operations, for everything. So when our Omicron guys came and said, Carlos, this is what you got, huh? So no wonder why it crashes every other day. All right, but this is something difficult to explain to a top management because they don't live with the problem. They don't live it. All right, so I can tell you more than these reasons why going with Access was not the right place. All right, so it's not reliable, it crashes every single day, we cannot back up, so name it. Name it, and probably we're going to be even more problems arising. Okay, so the main goal was to have one standardized way to report. Only one. I don't want Excel, Access, Word. No. I want only one site so we can standardize our operation. Okay. So Omicron came up. Okay, so this is what you do daily. You have 12 databases. You have 8+ log sheet and checklist that you fill every single day. You have more than 400 data entries, manual entries per day, and you generate more than 50 reports. Okay, so it's a lot of things. All right, I'm still surprised because every other day I find a report that somebody made it one day collecting information from somewhere. All right, so this is not efficient at all. And this is only Geismar. If I go to our Chicago plants, it's exactly the same problem. Mexico is exactly the same problem. Nashville is the same problem. This is basically the same problem everywhere. All right, so we came up, as I mentioned a few moments ago, with a pilot plan, okay, with a proof of concept. So we pick up 3 cases where Pi server and asset intellect could be used to prove that it worked. So we pick up the OE calculations, we pick up the log sheet for shift handovers, and some manual entries. Why did I pick it up, or we pick it up, OE calculation? Because today is a nightmare. Every single month, I need to gather information from all the plants and generate a report that I deliver to our top management, our VPs and our CEO. So by the 10th of the month, I have my personal commitment to deliver that report to the top management. Well, by the 9th of the month, I still call the guys at the plant, guys, I need your data. Like today, please. Oh, we're still pulling information. The guy that has, the lab guy is not getting the information from me yet, so give me one chance. My right first time is not ready yet, so I'm still struggling with the on-stream times. So it's every single day, it's exactly the same problem, every single day. So I want something to make the OE calculation automated, all right? Automated. So we came up with this. This is asset intellect. All right. Now in Geismar, we estimate the on-stream time downtimes on the spot. Why? Because we identify what pieces of equipment, what conditions, what events trigger an on-stream time downtime. And we found out that 2 pumps and 1 valve in the plant, if they are down, the plant is down. Period. As simple as that. So if these 2 pumps are down and this valve is closed, the plant is on downtime. As simple as that. So then, asset intellect is taking into account the status of these 2 pumps and the valve, and if the conditions that trigger downtime are met, then we have to start the timer start. As simple as that. So now I know on the spot when my plant is down. I also have, and it's not shown on this screen, the Geismar plant are split in 8 different areas, 9 actually, all right? Those areas can also have some downtimes that not necessarily trigger the plant downtime itself. So now I can take into account individual downtimes, so I can identify where are my recurring problems per area. On automatic. Why? Because it's detecting conditions, operating conditions, that is collected by the Delta V. The Delta V send the information to Pi server, and then Pi server send information to asset intellect. As simple as that. No more manual entries at all. All right? So then my top management can see on the spot, okay, this is how are we faring month per month, all right? And day to day as well. So that's a perfect radiography of the plant at all times. There are no secrets right here. There are not fudge numbers. No, it is what it is. And everything is being collected from the field. One other of the goals on the proof of concept, it has the shift logs, because that was another beauty, right? So one shift is leaving and the other shift is coming, and they chat for 2 minutes on the change room, and that's it, right? And then 2 hours later, oh, what does this guy tell me? Oh my God, where is the shift log? No shift log. Oh, there is an Excel spreadsheet somewhere. Let's try to find out. Oh, forget about that. No. And every single day happens the same. We try to have another way to communicate. Oh, you need to come 5 minutes before your shift, and you need to leave 5 minutes after your shift so you can communicate. Well, it didn't happen. As simple as that, all right? So we standardize this. Now, the production manager leave their notes, what I'm expecting from your shift to be done. And you, the team leader of your shift, you need to type it down what happened during your shift. So now we have a common platform so everybody can know exactly what happened and what is expected during their shift. All right? And also we have some areas where we can capture some manual entries. For example, this is for the lab. All right? Eventually, this will 100% replace our Access database. No more Access. Gone. All right. Pilot results. Number one, the plant manager yes said, yes, that's what I want. That's what I need. All right? Easy to use. It was evident the benefits of having something as sophisticated as PyServer Asset Intellect. Okay? And one of the things that I truly like it was this. Easy to configure. I don't need a rocket science knowledge to do something with Asset Intellect or PyServer. Yes, sir.
And how much money did you save on Microsoft Access licenses?
We can talk about that later. So, anyway. All right, so what's easy? It's easy to configure. That's one of the things that I truly like it. All right, so Innophos could become, at some point in time, independent or self-sufficient when we need more reports or more data, more like that. All right? So the actual solution was, okay, so we'll have information coming from the field. We have, obviously, some manual entry. We cannot live without that. So at some point in time, we need some manual entries. All right, but we're going to have PyServer as our OT data manager and SQL for our IT, everything embedded under Asset Intellect. All right? Then the information that is processed by Asset Intellect and PyServer and SQL could be used by the users the way they want it, or also could be exported to our JD Edwards, which is our ERP, business intelligence, Power BI, whatever. All right? The good thing is now everything is centralized right here. Now it's centralized. So when the other plants realized what guys was doing, they said, I want to. I also need it. All right? I want it. So that's when we realized that we need to move our PyServer and Asset Intellect to a data center. So anybody within Innophos network could start using the benefits of the Asset Intellect and the PyServer. All right? So that was accomplished, what, a month ago, give or take? Sort of. All right? So now every single plant can start using PyServer and Asset Intellect. Next month, I'm going to be in Canada. They already are longing for something like this. It's just a matter to sit down and realize how many tags you want to have on PyServer, and they'll start doing the survey. Exactly what we did in Geismar, we need to do it on the other sites. All right, so I already mentioned the benefits of the pilot. One of the things that the other plants really like it is how easy it will be to gather the information required to calculate the OE. All right, because that's honestly zero value added activities to get information for the OE calculation. So one day, that's the reason I don't go to the plants, because one day they said, this guy is a guy that made me spend 3 days gathering information because he needs his goddamn report. So I said, no, I will not go until everything is fixed, because I'm the guy that makes the phone call, right? So it's because it's zero value added, honestly. Gathering information gives you basically nothing. Anyway, all right, long-term benefits, I think they're evident. Why they're evident? Well, because now you have a standardized way to gather information, use it, and report. Standardized. For the top management, is the perfect world, because they don't need to learn how to use the Excel spreadsheet that Geismar had versus the other Excel spreadsheet that Canada uses. No, now it's everything under the same platform, basically using the same standard. All right. What are our next steps? Well, finishing the replacement of the Access database. It's a daunting task. It's a lot of things happening there. So the Access database is so complex that we can afford losing anything. So it's a time-consuming event, and we understand that one. This is a 6 to 8 months project. All right. The guys in our plant manager every other day knock my door and say, "Hey, when? When is ready? When is ready? When is ready?" I was like, "Relax. You live with this for 30 years. Come on. Don't tell me that you cannot wait 6 months."
Show me the money.
Show me the money. That's right. So anyway, the point here is the company has been very pleased with the benefits that we are getting with something so simple to use and operate. Very, very, very simple. All right. Our operators now, they feel more comfortable when it comes to the communication between them and the managers, right? At some point in time, it became a real hassle, the communication between them, because they didn't speak the same language when it comes to reporting, right? So right now, I think it's going to be a very good progress in the future. And again, the other plants are longing for this. Okay, so we are expecting improvements when it comes to OEE in the very near future. That's when the money will show. All right, so just to finalize my presentation, let me go back to the very beginning. Why we had Pi Server the first time. All right, so we didn't have Pi Server as a database. No, we needed Pi Server to be the interface between Delta V and the Access database. We have a software, no, it wasn't a software, an Excel spreadsheet that connected Delta V with Access, but that spreadsheet stopped working every other week, so the communication was a hassle. So trying to find a long-term and permanent solution, we found Pi Server. So we installed Pi Server. We use Please Connect standard, OPC, right? And it worked. But that time, OSI software, they didn't have Pi Vision yet. So having a very easy to design graph was a hassle. They had, what process book, I think was the, yeah, it was, we didn't like it. No. So then came Pi Vision, and the plant started using that one, and then here we go. All right.